Hi, beautiful souls. Today I would like to share my journey about healthy diet and fasting. It's all started with this wonderful book that I read and I've been really drawn into. It's called Gentle Diet. And this book came into my life back in Maryland, and I was just getting a gas and I found the book sitting on the shelf of Free Library, and I was just drawn to take it and to really look into what the universe is trying to tell me. I discovered and I learned and I reminded to myself that our health starts from healthy mouth, healthy teeth, and our mouth is connected to our digestion. And it's so important to take care of yourself so that we can live the life at the fullest, feel happy and joy. And this journey has been a very powerful space for me to really dive deeper on my spiritual journey. I've been doing a one-day fast to start my healthy diet, and I also been doing a 2 weeks fasting from sugar and bread and all other foods that taste good to your taste buds. And it's quite a journey. When you remove the sugar from your diet completely, including the fruits, you will start feeling a lot of emotional, overwhelmed feelings. Some people feel nausea, sick. Some people have like symptoms of flu. And it's normal because the body goes through resetting the whole entire system. And by taking away that sugar, it helps the whole bacteria and gut and entire system to reset. And it's been quite a journey, and I definitely encourage you to try it yourself. You'll see powerful benefits of doing that, and it's will kind of guide you on that path of being healthy and in your body, in your mind, and being able to receive the high frequencies on more intense level. And it definitely helped to improve my psychic abilities. It helped me to improve my sensitivity to energies, and I became more attuned to my emotions and feelings and really working with them and processing them instead of shutting them down through sugar and other tasty foods. Let me just share a little bit what I've been doing lately. Definitely when I started my journey, it takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of focus and concentration and being determined to follow through your goal and your program that you create for yourself. It's very powerful and it's very simple. We all find pink sea salt in our kitchen, and just the warm water with the sea salt in the morning, it helps to remove the bacteria, it helps to restore the healthy bacteria in our mouth. Also very powerful, tea tree oil. Tea tree oil, just putting on your finger and just applying to your teeth and to your gums, it helps to also kill any bacteria there. For me, the neem oil has been a powerful tool, and it might not taste good, but it's really works. The same, just applying into your mouth and just with the water and cleansing your teeth and your gums. And I found here in Sedona a wonderful lady that does the Fresh Mouth Natural Tooth Polish. And it's pretty much just coconut oil, cinnamon, peppermint, tea tree oil, orange oils, turmeric, and you can even make it yourself at home. And the powerful ingredients here are coconut oil that you can find in your kitchen, also turmeric, and you can get tea tree oil and peppermint oil and just put little drops and make your own toothpaste. And this toothpaste really helps to remove the plaques, whitening your teeth, and keeping your teeth healthy. But all of those are just external tools that we can use. But also it was important for me on my journey to look into the diet of what I eat. And that's where this powerful book, The Dental Diet, came into my life. And it reminded me that a lot of our food habits came from either convenience or taste buds, or just it tastes good and it kind of makes me feel good. But we never really look in how does it feel inside of my body. Do you struggle with digestion? Do you have bloating? Do you feel like some pains or discomfort? And a lot of times when we are still young, we might not feel it, but eventually by the age of 40, 50 and later, we start getting different diseases and illnesses. And then we question, where and why do I have those? What did I do wrong? But truly, if you can step in that journey of helping yourself now, you can prevent a lot of illnesses and diseases by restoring your gut flora, gut bacteria, by restoring your well-being on a deeper level. And this book just reminded me everything that I already knew, and the same as I'm sure you do too. Eating healthy is a crucial piece in our well-being. And there are different important pieces to reach that state of health. And number one is relaxation. Yes, it might sound kind of silly, but it's true and it's powerful. When we are in relaxed state, we allow our body to restore and heal and produce new cells, to deliver nutrients, minerals to every part of the body where it needs to go. When we are in parasympathetic nervous system, which is a fight and flight, tension, stress, that could be external stress from work, from driving and family, from working on the computer, deadlines, being on time. There's just so much stress in this world. And what it does to our body, it creates a state of contraction. Our body goes into contraction, and our body is actually producing a lot of chemicals, and it stays in that space of fight and flight and ready to attack, or it feels like a danger, and the body, the brain sends the messages to your cells, and the cells in the constant fight mode. And there's no time left to restore and rejuvenate and heal. So what truly we can do, number one, is to find a practice that will help your nervous system to go in a space of relaxation. Whatever works for you, just find the one that speaks to you the most. Number two, being outdoors. Being outdoors and being exposed to the sun, which is vitamin D. And vitamin D helps to break down, helps to our digestion, it helps our relaxation, and there's so many other benefits. Breathing is crucial and important. Breathing through your nose, breathing deeply in and breathing deeply out, and remembering breathing through the nose will bring the oxygen that is necessary to your well-being. And then ask yourself a question: how often are you taking a break and being outdoors, or walking outside, being on the sun, or how often are you even aware of your breathing patterns? Do you tend to hold your breath, or do you feel like you're conscious of your breath and you're breathing deeply through your nose and that belly breathing, expanding your belly and guiding your belly button in? And those are just simple tools that are available to us. We don't even need to go far. They are here with us. Relaxation, being outdoors, exercising, stretching, and breathing. And then we dive deeper on that journey of health and wellness, where we look into what kind of foods do we eat. And this book recommends to really look into your diet. Exclude sugars, exclude oils like canola oil, vegetable oil, and processed foods, canned foods, and everything that it has been created already later in times out of convenience, and when the massive production kind of start producing foods. But truly, if you look back when our ancestors were hunting and growing their own food and being deeply connected to nature, they were much healthier, and they didn't really need to go to doctors. And there was not many doctors at that time at all. Their day would start earlier, and the day will end earlier too. They will wake up with the sun, and they will go to bed with sun. It's important key to get enough sleep. It's important during the evening time when it's getting darker not to be exposed to bright lights, because your brain doesn't recognize that it's nighttime because of the bright lights of phones or computers, and it's in a constant production of hormones that not really needed for us during those times. What we need hormones that will help us to relax and prepare ourselves for that deep, rejuvenated sleep and rest. Because during sleep, we go through that process of rejuvenating, restoring, healing, and the body just repairing itself. Another important factor that plays in our well-being: what kind of food do we eat? And a lot of us, we eat a lot of carbohydrates and sugar, including rice, pasta, bread. Everything converts so fast into the sugar. And when the sugar is in our system, the creation of bad bacteria start happening. And those bad bacteria start attacking good bacteria and causing illnesses and diseases. And another important factor to look into: how do you eat your food? Do you eat food in the car? Do you eat food on the rush? Or do you really take time and relax and feel and sense and smell and taste all the food and prepare the food with love? And the ingredients that we choose to cook the foods, they all come from the store, again, because of the convenience. Because we've been disconnected from nature a lot. We don't have access to land, we don't grow our own foods. there's so much research, and also this book reminded me that food, when you pick it from the earth, it absorbs the sun, absorbs the nutrients, but nutrients start disappearing as soon as you pick the fruit or vegetable from the earth, from the plant, from the tree. In order to bring the fruit or vegetable to the store, it takes time. And then our food stays on the shelf for so long. Not only that, but right now, because of the convenience, we use chemicals, pesticides, we use different radiation to keep that shelf life longer. But our body gets poisoned with all of those chemicals and pesticides, and everything that is not part of that organic, natural way of living. Definitely encouraging to look into sourcing your food from local farmers, where you can either pick it yourself or buy from the farmers when they just pick the fruit or vegetables, and cook them as early as possible so that you still have those nutrients that the body truly needs. And if it's not available, a local sourcing of foods, definitely eating organic foods is important. But remembering that foods would lose its value of nutrients and minerals, nutritional value within time. And it would definitely be a less percentage of those nutritional value in the food. And when we consume it, our body will receive it, will take out all the nutrients and minerals and vitamins, and it will process through digestion and release all the waste and toxins. But a lot of times our body still feels hungry. And the reason why, because there's no much nutrition in the food. And also the water that we drink, sometimes it's not as healthy as we desire. Yes, we use filters. We try to maybe go to the spring and bring the water, but it's again could be in the plastic jars, and then the body consumes that plastic. It's important to keep your food and your water at the highest level of nutrition and pH level, because your body will need those nutrients to repair itself. And when it's lacking those nutrients and minerals and vitamins, the body goes into the starving mode. And we automatically will start reaching out for foods that will feel much more tasty, like sugar and bread and so many other things that are available nowadays. But they're not really good for us and for our well-being. And this book also reminded to me that when you take care of yourself and make that program or the plan for yourself and stay consistent, you'll start noticing a lot of changes and improvements in your mental and emotional health too, not only physical. And you'll be surprised that in a number of days and weeks, the more you introduce to yourself that healthy diet, the healthy lifestyle, relaxation, exercising, being outdoors, breathing patterns, conscious and aware, you'll start noticing tremendous improvements, and on all levels of your existence, not only physical, emotional, mental, but also spiritual. And that's the journey that I'm on right now, and I'm so grateful for all the support, and it takes courage to really step on that path and take care of myself and my body, and remind to others that if we are not healthy, we are not motivated, we feel exhausted and tired, and our body just striving and fighting just to be alive. But when we truly take care of our bodies that is given to us as a gift, then we will really truly enjoy the life at the fullest. And every diet is unique to our DNA. Every food is unique to our DNA. I know a lot of my students and clients would ask, should I be vegetarian, vegan, or can I eat fish or meat? But it's your preference, feeling in your body what works for you. Oils are so crucial. If you are vegetarian, then definitely finding the oils that will replenish and will help your body to transport those nutrients and fats. They're so important to our brain, to our cells. And it's important to remember that some fruits, they have a lot of sugars. And I know we were taught that, well, all the fruits are good, all the vegetables are good. But if you go back to that living in tune with nature, and you realize that seasonal foods are powerful foods. And that's exactly what our body needs at that moment. Some fruits, they are too sugary, and staying and noticing what works for your body, it's important. In this book, it recommends, especially if you're on a sugar-free diet, to start after those 2 weeks of completely taking out all sugar, but then reintroducing to your body blueberries, raspberries, it could be a honey melon juice. Also, I was surprised to hear that cucumbers and tomatoes and avocado has a lot of sugars too, and they are considered as a fruits. Noticing what you eat, what you put into your mouth, and how it feels in your digestion, and also noticing how it affects your emotional and physical and mental well-being, it's very important. And imagine if you will start on this journey now, you prevent so many possible illnesses and diseases and tooth decays and cavities. Another, what I remembered, that sugary drinks and juices, they're not healthy for our bodies. It's very important to limit the number of sugar intake per day and per week. And I was shocked and surprised that allowable amount of sugar per week for women and men, it was so small. It's not even the same. If you look at every label of every ingredient of every food that you eat, there's a lot of sugar there already. And throughout the day, it adds up so much. So that's why it's important to be conscious and aware of your health, of the food that you eat, and thoughts, and that state of receivership of food, and how you really take time to chew and digest, to smell and taste the foods. And I encourage you to do your own research. Research the foods that good for you, for your DNA, for your body. There's a lot of grains that we forgot and we haven't even tried. There's a lot of wonderful oils like flaxseed oil, sesame oil that we might not even have in the kitchen. There's a lot of seeds and nuts that we forget to even add to our diet. And I call it a rainbow diet. Eating that rainbow frequencies throughout the week to help your digestion and the yeast infection, the accumulation of the waste. It helps to detox, and definitely doing the detoxing for your liver, for your gallbladder is important. And there's so many different methods, and I'm happy to share more, and I'll be back with more videos. But today is just an introduction, just creating that space for you to think about your well-being and health and where you are. Perhaps you might not feel ill at this moment, but by doing actions and taking actions now, you can prevent so much more trouble and pains and suffering from different illnesses. So I honor you, and I'm grateful for you to step on that powerful, courageous journey, and I'm looking forward to share more about my findings and my research, not only researching and reading the books, but actually going inwards and feeling and connecting with my inner self and asking what works for me and how can I help myself to improve my well-being. Many blessings to all, and sending a lots of positive energy and health to everyone around the world. Namaste.